Welcome to the first episode of Spaghetti at My House. We're going to be interviewing
Mystery.
Alright.
With Daniel
and Ian.
Alright, so how y'all doing today?
We're good, man. We're here to judge the spaghetti.
The spaghetti show.
Alright.
We're spaghetti connoisseurs.
Well, yeah, let's tell us the story of y'all's band. How'd y'all start?
We just started jamming. Well, we've been jamming for since we were 16 or something.
Probably like 12 or
12, 13.
We
Yeah,
started
so-
playing instruments together and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And how old are y'all now?
25 and
26.
26.
Okay, man. So you're about 9 years then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
badass.
I mean we've gone through various bands or music
Projects
genres,
or
Yeah.
stuff like
genres.
that.
Okay.
So, on that, how long did it take you to settle with... What genre is your band, by the way? It's like a
how
rock
would
or
you
like-
describe the genre?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna put it on Apple or Spotify, it would just come out as rock. But
Okay.
we blend a lot of genres together.
Yeah.
Like blues and psychedelic and heavier stuff too.
Right,
you know,
which is
so-
the whole mystery thing, I guess.
Yeah.
behind it,
yeah, just
genre.
being able to play whatever. If you want to make a reggae song tomorrow, we can totally do that. And
Okay.
get away with it.
Put some ska on there.
How did y'all come up with the name Mystery?
Honestly, I just thought of it for that reason. Because if you make some name like Sloppy Death or something,
Yeah.
then somebody's gonna expect you to be this kind of music.
Okay.
So just kind of fit the whole genre of bending, blending
Yeah.
idea, I guess.
Alright, that's cool.
So I saw on y'all's, I think it was your Facebook page, that you described your music as a living thing. What do you mean by that?
Well,
I thought that was really cool.
it kind of the same thing, really. I couldn't just sit and be in a metal band, for example. I mean, I love heavy metal music,
Yeah.
but to wake up every day or have to record a metal song every week or something, I can't force myself to do that. And we're kind of on the same wavelength with that, to where our lives affect the kind of music we play, so you wake up one day and you're happy, you make a silly happy song, and then the next day you're sad, your wife left you or something.
Yeah.
So you,
For real.
write some old school Delta blues thing or something, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
just it's always changing, so it's alive.
saw that y'all went to tour to Mexico, huh? So tell us a little bit. How was that?
It was
Freaking great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got to experience a lot of things that you don't experience here, I guess. Yeah, the culture was completely different, and I guess it seemed like a little different. Like everything was, it was like people were like super enthusiastic about things over there, and like.
Was it weird that you guys don't speak Spanish at all?
Well, I'm fluent in Spanish.
Oh, you're fluent
Yeah.
in Spanish?
Wow.
Wow.
So I guess yeah, it is a little different for him.
Yeah, the first time I went, my Spanish was garbage. So, but it was really cool. I mean, people were really welcoming. Totally different from anywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was super cool. Almost died like 3 times.
What do you mean?
Oh man.
Party never ends.
Yeah, we were there for like a weekend at first. We went. Well, we did like 3 shows. Well, we had done one, and then like the following month we went, and then next year we went to do 2 back-to-back. The first time, one of our friends was like falling asleep on the wheel, and like we ended up getting pulled over, and we had swap seats because he was too like under the influence to drive. So I drove like a block. And like and got pulled over, yeah.
Dude, it was like,
but we
hadn't
hadn't slept. Like we slept maybe like 2 hours or something, and yeah, he was like about to drive into like a tree off the road or something.
He was like driving in the process of driving into a ditch.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's nuts.
Yeah. And
so was it scary getting pulled over in Mexico? I mean,
I more or less knew that we were gonna like end up getting away or having to pay them off.
Yeah.
We ended up getting away without having to pay them off. Luckily, this is cool. I mean, that was a good experience. We made it out in one piece, so even better. Live to tell the story.
Yeah, the overall reception is way different.
Yeah.
You know, people are excited, like,
to
wow,
see
you
something
came
else,
from, you know, the U.S. to play here. Like, wow. And over there, everything's more kind of like rock and like cumbia-esque almost. Kind of, that's what's really popular, and hip-hop, obviously.
Yeah.
So we're totally different sound, just like trip people out.
Yeah, and coming in as a 2-piece band. Like,
Yeah.
I guess they don't see that, you know, some like we saw some live music over there and they have like 2 guitars, a bassist, 3 like, you know, everyone sings, and you know, they have trumpets or something, you know what I mean? Like they're drumming like, you know, big bands and stuff like that. So it's a little different coming in like, you know, out of town, like, you know, as a 2-piece band.
Yeah,
so that was pretty interesting.
How big was the venue?
They were, so I guess one of them was, that first one, like the Café Revolución or something.
Like pretty like medium size.
Yeah, they're not like stadiums or anything.
Yeah.
But like, they're decent size, you know.
Okay.
What's y'all's favorite venue to play in San Antonio? The Mix?
I mean, honestly, the Mix was really nice. They treated us really well.
I gotta say, like, it feels kind of cool to like hop around. Like, I don't know if I can say I have a favorite, or like, you know, put it down on paper and say I have a favorite. Because it's kind of cool to like hop around and like, you know, experiment or like play to different crowds, I guess, or like. Yeah,
I really liked how intimate the Ventura was.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ventura. We love that place, man. We hosted a couple shows there that went really well, but I think sound-wise, honestly, the Limelight.
Limelight's been good. Next, like
sound-wise, really good.
It's cool to have you know, people that, I guess you meet people, you know, in the process of playing, and like eventually they kind of more or less like know what you're trying to do on stage. So, you know, one of the guys at the Mix, Garbage, for example, like, you know, he's like, you know, I guess kind of knew the setup or what we're gonna try and do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool to meet people like that.
Okay. So y'all said earlier that you know, it depends on the mood you're in, depending on what kind of music you play and whatnot. Is there any kind of specific band or genre that influences y'all's band, or?
I think there's like that kind of like varies, like a bunch of stuff that, you know, I like to listen, or you know, he likes to listen.
That's a long list.
Yeah.
You're here all night.
You know,
What would be like the weirdest person or artist or band that you could say that you listen to that people would be like, what the?
The weirdest thing.
Like, I don't know.
That spaghetti and meatballs band.
I don't know. I mean, I listen to a lot of like really, really old like blues music, like Blind Lemon Jefferson, for example. So that'd probably be weird for somebody now. But you know, nowadays some people don't even know who the Beatles are. So it's like you could say Jimi Hendrix and be like, "What's that?" Like,
For real.
Jimmy what?
yeah, Jimmy who?
I have the T-shirt, but don't listen to them.
Exactly.
What y'all think of the spaghetti so far?
Well, I don't think you want to hear that side.
It's
Well,
pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm
I'm
messing
planning on
with
making
it.
the homemade, but you know, that's a
You tell
process.
Chef Boy idea. I told him no.
He needs his recipe back.
I tell you, we should have went with SpaghettiOs.
No, we should have just went with a can. So whenever y'all are, let's see, whenever y'all are like writing a song, like just from the music to the words, how do you come up with that process? Like, what's that process like?
I think sometimes it's putting yourself in the crappiest state of mind, or like thinking about like, I don't know, maybe sometimes what you're going through, or like what you went through, or what you think is gonna change or something. I don't know. I guess putting yourself in a bad state of mind, or like
Like a terrible breakup, or like a.
yeah, you can say that.
I think it's not all like bad in,
Right,
in terms of like music and lyrics. It just depends. Like sometimes I'll just get an idea for lyrics and write out a whole bunch of lyrics, and another day just have like a whole song come to my head on guitar or bass or whatever, and then just go from there. Just it all. That's another part of why it's alive. You know, it's kind of, all that stuff is interchangeable. I guess.
Is there one of y'all who is mostly the writer, or y'all both kind of sharing that?
Right now we're really both like going 50-50 on it. I think initially it was
Yeah,
kind
because
of
we
like,
only have a few things out there, but like there's a lot more material that hasn't been like, I guess one played live and another like two recorded or like
mainly released.
released. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So yeah, we try and do like 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's always kind of been like that way even since we were like 15, 16 or whatever. So we try and kind of more or less keep that going.
Yeah.
Especially being like a two-piece band. I feel like we both have to bring something to the table.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's just one of you doing
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
work.
exactly.
Yeah. It's like, well, we got a gig. I know you're gonna play.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Here's a song, learn
yeah, for real, right?
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah. Kind of like where like the White Stripes were just doing like, Jack was just mainly on vocals and the other, Meg was just,
Yeah.
which, yeah, exactly. Which, it's funny, a lot of people are like, oh, two-piece band, like, immediately they think of, oh, kind of like the White Stripes. Well,
Yeah.
no, like,
Or
that's
the
exactly
Black
what we're
Keys.
trying to avoid. They're respectable musicians, but, you hear two-piece bands, like, oh, like that one.
Yeah.
No, well, no.
Yeah. So y'all are more. You try and communicate more, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
definitely keep it alive. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And then
Especially
have that
when we're-
energy, like, and the live energy is like a big part of like the set. You know, it can be a 2-piece band and it's boring as hell and like, you know, or you can have this energy to like the set and bump it up, you know, a few more notches.
Y'all could work with any artist in the whole world, living or dead.
Living
Who
or
would it
dead.
be? Living or dead.
Oh
Who would it be?
man.
And why?
I guess we'll each have to answer that one. That's tough, man.
Let's see, Daniel first.
As I put a meatball in my mouth.
It's part of the show, man.
Yeah, I think you said dead or alive, right? It doesn't matter.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears for sure.
She can lip sync all of our songs.
I would watch that.
I would too.
Ian.
If I could work with anybody right now,
I feel like he had the answer. at
I'd
the
probably
tip of
choose
his tongue.
somebody alive, and it'd be Kevin Parker, the guy behind Tame Impala, just because he can play and like do anything with like any instrument, and the way he like, I really like the way he. I wouldn't necessarily want to collaborate with him musically, but more have him like just record and produce, like you know, like mix and master kind of thing. So like the way he does that, he incorporates a lot of old school techniques, but uses all kinds of modern electronic stuff to make really cool music. You know, I mean that's why he's one of his band has a song that top charts and it's 7 minutes long. Nobody's done that since like this late 60s, early 70s. So that really blows my mind. But if I could meet anybody and like just play with anybody like that, that'd be really hard. I'd probably have to go with Jimi Hendrix, honestly, just cause like big inspiration, I guess.
I really like John Dwyer from the OCs.
I knew he was gonna say
I
that. I could have answered for him.
I knew you were gonna.
I could have answered that for him.
I just like his fast pace, like it's a little heavier, I guess. But also he has like I guess a different side to like what he's doing, where it's like more electronic or something. Yeah, I just like that loud, like grungier, fast paced sound. I guess for certain things, but yeah, I think it'd be super cool to work with, or meet or sit
we
down and
did
have a
meet
spaghetti
him,
bowl or
and
something.
He fainted when he met him.
Yeah.
Dang. How was that, meeting him?
He took a picture with me, and then Daniel fainted, and I was like, dang, bro.
I broke my glasses there during their set. It was great.
But John Dwyer is actually a really cool guy. He was nice enough to say hi and take a photo and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna like kick me in the chest.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you said y'all been playing music since y'all were 12, 16, around there?
Is that Clarkfield?
Yeah, playing instruments, like probably, around
So like
12.
when you're that young, that young in life, who did you see, or like how did you even see a guitar or a drum set and be like, I want to do that when I get older?
Well, funny thing is we were in like some private school, and they had like a church choir or something, or like where you can learn guitar with the like music teacher or something. And it was just like D, A, G, and like you would just play that over and over. I started playing. I think he had already like started, but I guess I don't know that side of the story too much. But yeah, I started playing guitar, and I bought like a $30 guitar or something at Space Tone Music.
Wow, yeah.
Which is like right on Broadway. And instead of learning DAG or whatever, I was trying to learn like scales and stuff like that. Yeah, we started playing guitar. He would come over. He would hang out with my brother, and I had my guitar, and we would trade back and forward, taking turns. And eventually, I think I ended up buying a pawn shop drum or something. And it was like, it wasn't even complete. It was like, the like toms, and it had like maybe a stand or two, and I didn't have an actual snare drum stand, so I would have to use like this like cylindrical like cardboard thing
Oh,
that
man, I almost
I
forgot
would hold
about that.
between my legs, and my neighbor had found like this first act piece of crap snare drum at like, you know when you take out your trash and that big machine just like comes by and scoops everything up.
Yeah.
I think he like found it, so he was like, "Hey, I got it." I was like, "Yeah, well, I can use that." That's a piece of junk. But you know, I started learning like little things here and there, and I think a big part of learning drums was like listening to the Ramones over and over and over and over.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like the simplest beat, and then like trying to mimic that, and then incorporate that with the project where we had as teenagers
Which was called?
chicken sex.
Yes.
All right.
And the way you came up with that name, what was
Well, we had this like we had met like some other dude at some like MDC show that I think the Restarts played. We had met that dude there, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to play in a punk rock band." And
We wanted to scare him away from being our singer, basically.
well, yeah, he
We
just
came
kind
up
of.
with like the worst name ever, so he won't want to be.
And
in
he was
the band.
like, "Yeah, if you guys name it that, I'm not playing. I ain't gonna do it." I was
Like, cool, get out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we're
like,
not
yeah, cool,
recording.
whatever, man.
See ya.
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, well, we won't lose any sleep over it."
How long did that little project last?
Right.
An hour?
This guy.
A year, maybe.
It started in like an hour, but it probably lasted like a
Yearish?
year.
Oh, that's
we were
pretty
playing
neat.
shows when we were like
16. Like,
15,
Yeah.
16. Yeah, like we were playing at bars and stuff because I heard some music at this bar, the reggae
which
bar,
was down the
actually.
street of my
Down
house.
the street. I was like, well, let's go see what's up. We can play a show, and sure enough, we got one.
The
First
following
show
week or
we
something.
played there was like super packed, so it was like
Yeah,
it was a
surprisingly.
punk show, so there was a bunch of
We had
people
kind of like
there.
some of the bands that were playing the like week before that to play with us or something.
And honestly, I don't
one of
even
our
know
friends,
how we did that back
yeah,
then. 'cause,
one of our
like,
friends knew some of the
we
bands.
weren't on anything. Yeah, it was all like word of mouth. We just go and actually ask them,
They're
like,
like-
hey, can we play here? Okay, sure.
Still with that name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember like drawing like these terrible
Little
flyers.
patches and
Like
flyers.
yeah, remember drawing this fat roach with like that was
was
drinking
great.
like this 40-ounce, and then we put the address to the venue or whatever, and like the band names or whatever, and yeah, I think we were just like handing out flyers or something, or
Oh yeah, we used to like take the bus all over
take
the
the
place.
bus,
and,
yeah,
hand out
we take the
flyers,
bus,
Like
right?
with
hand
y'all's
out
instruments and
flyers.
everything,
No,
or you
no,
handing
no.
out flyers?
Well, we did have
Like
to get to a
once
show or
or-
two on
right,
the Via bus.
yeah.
So that was
Man.
fun.
So how about y'all tell us? I know a lot of bands have like rituals or things they do before they go on stage or whatever. So do y'all
Drink
have
beer. No.
one? So do y'all got one like do y'all have one as a band, and then like separately do y'all have one, or do y'all just like
we
let's
like
go?
to like hold hands and say.
All right, yeah, some kumbaya, like.
I don't know, man. Just make sure you use the restroom before you play.
Use the restroom.
Okay.
Sometimes
I would
like
never
have,
go.
have a meal or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You like have
Go-
some,
What do we do?
you know, got no lucky draws or nothing.
Right. I guess maybe sometimes just kind of like more or less cleaning your head and, you know, kind of telling yourself or to each other like, hey man, let's just have fun
Yeah.
and let's just do what we do at practice and you know have fun, bring the energy to the room.
Personally, I like to like kind of walk away from the whole show and all the noise and stuff and just chill and like smoke a cigarette or something when it's kind of quiet. And just,
Okay.
like, oh yeah, we go on right now. Okay, cool. You know, just go like kind of like quiet before the storm. I guess.
Yeah, I see that. All right.